So I got a question for you. When was the last time you experienced a fork in the road in your life? You know, that fork in the road where it's decision time and it can be absolutely life changing. Something that comes into your life and you're either going to go in that direction or you're going to go in that direction, or maybe you're going to keep going straight, and that's okay as well. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about some forks in the road in my life and really how it has led to where I am and what I do with my life right now. It's no coincidence, but it's really interesting to look back in it. My hope is that by sharing my fork in the road moments, may give you pause to think about some forks in the road of your life and maybe in taking a look at that. So full disclosure, today is September 16th, 2021. It's coming up to, it's about 11:45 in the morning here. I started my day nice and early, 5:30. I got up. I typically start my day by having a little macchiato. Those of you that know me well will know I love my espresso macchiatos. So I start my day with that. Actually, first of all, I drink 2 glasses of water to hydrate. Then I have my macchiato while I am doing a 5-minute breathing meditation. Yes, it is okay for guys to meditate. I find it really valuable just to set my mindset for the day. And then I went for a 5K walk on the beach, which I pretty much do every day. Again, these things really set me up. I had my headphones, listened to some inspirational podcasts. Then I got back home. I worked on my online business for about an hour and a half, just responding to some emails, running some maintenance checks on my online marketing systems that run 24/7 all year long. It's quite ridiculous. Then I jumped on some coaching calls, which I absolutely love to do. Don't have to, but I actually also run a coaching academy. I could literally work 2 hours a day just maintaining my online business, but I do work more than that because I operate my own one-to-one coaching academy. And I mentor and coach members who want to learn how to become online marketers. And I usually take about 3 coaching calls a day. And today I had a call with a mother and daughter in South Africa, which was wonderful, both with university degrees and cannot find work. One in business studies, another in law. And because of what's going on in the world in COVID, they can't find work with law degree, with bachelor's degrees. I mean, how crazy is that? Another member in Malta, and then I had a call with another member in the UK, in England. So this space is amazing. It's global, and that's kind of my favorite part of the whole online space is coaching and helping newer members coming in to really give them the tools that they need to set them up for success. So I'm here talking to you 11:45. After I close down this call, I'm done for the day. That's the reality of what my life is, and then I get to live the rest of it. I do the things that I want to do for the rest of my day. For sure, I'll be snorkeling, one of my absolute favorite things to do. Might hang out for the beach a bit, go for coffee at Starbucks. I'm meeting a buddy later. So it just gives you this ridiculous freedom to do things completely different. And of course, I'm not sitting in an office cubicle right now, or I haven't had to deal with the traffic commute because I pick and choose when I go to the beach for my walk and stuff. So it just gives a whole new perspective. Anyway, forks in the road. So my first fork in the road for me, if I was to guess, it was probably when I was about 17. And up until then, pretty much everything was mapped out. Our parents set us up for going to school and high school and all that sort of stuff. And for me, my first fork in the road was when I had that meeting with my guidance teacher to say, Leo, what are you going to do with your life? You're going to be finishing high school next year. What are you going to do? And for me at that time, there was one thing that I was really passionate about, and that was cooking. I just had this passion to learn how to cook, and I had this burning desire to travel. I don't know where it came from, absolutely no clue, but I knew travel was my big dream. That was kind of my bucket list. It was absolutely what I wanted to do. And I felt that by learning to become a chef, that would open up doors for me to be able to work anywhere in the world. It was that simple, it was that innocent and that naive, a fork in the road for me. So I chose to study and train to be a chef back in Ireland, which I did, and was building up a career nicely there. And then at age 26, I got the opportunity to fulfill that dream and start traveling with a cruise line, Royal Caribbean International. And I started that in 1994. Interestingly enough, not as a chef. Thankfully, my recruiter recommended that I go front of house as a waiter. You know, I had a pretty bubbly personality and loved meeting people. Best decision, again, a fork in the road, but one of the best decisions I ever made, because it led to a ridiculous 20-year career. Probably 12 to 15 promotions in the 20 years. Got to travel the world many times over, made some incredible friends that are still friends, even though I left in 2014. But I still have contact and meet up with friends all around the world. And it was quite incredible. I built that career up to being a director of food and beverage. I was overseeing ships that were in Asia Pacific, Australia. It was amazing. You know, I was living that amazing lifestyle. I was booking my own travel, booking my own hotels. I was teaching because we ran hiring training schools. So life was great, but I was paying a big price. And the realization of the price that I was paying came in 2012. And I was back home in Ireland on vacation, holiday. And I had 4 weeks vacation. And my family, within a few days, my family were saying to me, Leo, you're not on vacation at all, because of the demands of the job. I was getting up at 2 a.m. to go on conference calls with China. We were blowing up, our company was really expanding into China, Asia. Jumping on conference calls at 2, 3 or 4 conference calls a day, spending 2 or 3 hours answering back emails. Even though I was on vacation, the demands, the responsibilities of my job were quite demanding. And at that point, I was comfortably on a 6-figure salary. But there was a very high price that I was paying for that. And that really set off some light bulbs for me. And I really had a long, hard think about that. And I decided to say, that was in 2012. I decided in 2014, 20-year anniversary, I was going to walk away from it. Regardless of the money I was making, regardless of the position I held and the responsibility and all those things, I was just paying too big a price. I wanted to live in one place. I wanted to hopefully have an opportunity to settle down. It was just becoming too much. I was paying too big a price for what it was giving me back at that point. And I had fulfilled my dream to travel, to be quite honest. So my next fork in the road came up, what am I going to do? And one thing I knew was that I loved island life. 20 years traveling, I knew I needed to be close to the ocean, and I needed somewhere a little bit slower, because the pace on ships was like bang, 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 with thousands of people at such a fast pace. So I knew I wanted to be close to the ocean, and I wanted island life. One of my absolute favorite places in the whole world, still to this day, is Hawaii. And those of you who know me know I lived in Hawaii for coming up to 2 years, lived on a beautiful island called Maui. It was a dream scenario for me. Didn't know a thing, didn't know anybody down there, arrived down with 2 suitcases and started my life down there. And it was a bucket list, huge bucket list for me. And it really was a very, very special time. Got to snorkel with turtles every day, just made some amazing friends down there, got involved in the community. Life was amazing. But it wasn't to a point where I was able to permanently stay there. I'm hoping to get back there someday. But it came to an end at about a year and 8 months, year and 9 months. And then it was another fork in the road. What are you going to do, Leo? And at this point, I was just looking at my bucket list, and Italy was another one. So left Hawaii, moved to Italy for 8 months. Traveled the length and breadth of Italy, took some Italian class, io parlo un piccolo italiano. Just loved the lifestyle, sitting down, watching a coffee, people watching. I could do it all day long. Did that for 10 months, considered it as a forever home, but it didn't feel like a home to me. It felt like it was visiting, and my gosh, I loved my time there, but I missed my island life. That led me to another fork in the road. In 2017, I moved to Grand Cayman, where I now live. And that was extraordinary for me, because this was a place I had been to probably 15 years before on a cruise ship, but it left an impression. And I said, someday I'm going to get back there, and hey ho, here I am. And that was in 2017. Since then, it's been really interesting, because a couple of major things happened in my life. I've met the love of my life down here, And it feels like everything I experienced before that was leading to this. I just didn't know it. But again, it was being open to that fork in the road, and seeing those opportunities and taking them. I also got to work with Ritz-Carlton down here, which I absolutely love the brand, one of my favorite brands in the hospitality sector, but I wasn't happy. I was a food and beverage manager. It should have ticked all the boxes, but it didn't, because it was like going back to exactly what I'd left in 2014. Great position, great money, but it was too demanding. So I chose to step away from that. And that's where it gets really interesting, because at that time in my life, I was actively looking for something that would just give me a little bit of a better balance on life. I still wanted to maintain a certain type of lifestyle, but I wanted to have more time freedom to do the things that I love to do. And it was as if all those forks in the road led to that, because I came across the opportunity, obviously, to set up my own online business, marketing online, spent a few weeks learning about it, started applying it, and gradually started building my business up. And I started that just last year, August 2020. Here I am talking to you, September 16, 2021. And the rest is history. I run my own online business, and it's extraordinary. It's given me this lifestyle that I've spent quite a while trying to find. So I hope that by sharing this, that it may give you a little bit of perspective. Maybe this could be your fork in the road, for you to really take a look at this. And typically with the fork in the road, you can either go that way, you can go that way, or you can keep going straight. And if you're straight, if you are blissfully happy in every single part of your life, if you love your job, if you're making the kind of money you want, if you have enough time to do the things you love to do, genuinely, I'm thrilled for you. But if you're not, then this may be that fork in the road that you've been looking out for. So I would consider you to take a look at this. So I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Below you'll have an opportunity to post some comments. Do interact with me. Let me know your thoughts. I would love you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you can continue to be notified to learn more. You can subscribe to that below, and you will have an opportunity to jump onto my website. You'll have an opportunity to learn more about this. So I'd encourage you to learn a little bit more about my journey and what is available to you. As always, thank you so much for watching.